Caitlin Clark's rising stardom meets a national spotlight, on and off the court. Caitlin Clark's first season in the WNBA has been a whirlwind of electrifying plays, sold-out arenas, and highlight reels that spread across social media within minutes. The rookie guard for the Indiana Fever, known for her deep three-pointers, pinpoint passing, and unshakable confidence, has already made herself one of the most talked-about players in professional sports. But this week, her name appeared in headlines for something far beyond basketball, a matter involving the United States Department of Justice. The DOJ has announced a formal investigation into potential antitrust violations surrounding the broadcasting rights for WNBA games. The core question: have certain television networks and streaming services been unfairly restricting access to those games, especially ones featuring high-profile players like Clark? If proven true, such practices could mean fans have been deliberately deprived of opportunities to watch their favorite teams and athletes in action. This isn't just a minor industry dispute. It's a case that could reshape the way women's professional sports are presented and consumed for years to come. Stephen A. Smith weighs in. On ESPN's First Take, sports commentator Stephen A. Smith, famous for his no-holds-barred opinions, addressed the issue head-on. He argued that if networks are intentionally limiting coverage for profit, control, or exclusivity deals, they're not just hurting the bottom line of the league, they're stunting its growth. This is about more than just Caitlin Clark, Smith said passionately. It's about the future of the WNBA and making sure these incredible athletes get the visibility they deserve. If networks are restricting coverage for profit or control, that's not just bad business. That's bad for the sport. Smith's comments echo a growing concern among sports analysts. Visibility is the lifeblood of any league, but especially for one that's still building its audience. The WNBA has been experiencing record-breaking viewership numbers and merchandise sales in 2024 and 2025, thanks in part to stars like Clark, A'ja Wilson, Breanna Stewart, and Sabrina Ionescu. Restricting coverage now could undo years of progress. Clark keeps her focus. For her part, Clark has remained composed, choosing not to get entangled in the politics of the broadcasting world. Instead, she's focused on her game and the fans. "I just want people to be able to watch us play," Clark told reporters. "We work hard, and the fans deserve to see that." Her attitude reflects a larger truth. While broadcasting deals happen in boardrooms and legal hearings, their effects are felt most deeply in living rooms, on mobile screens, and in packed arenas where young fans wear player jerseys and dream of playing in the league themselves. Clark knows her influence goes far beyond her stat line. Her style of play and approachable personality have already drawn in fans who never watched the WNBA before. Every game she plays is not just a sporting event. It's an opportunity to grow the league's audience. Why this investigation matters. The DOJ's investigation could have ripple effects across all of professional women's sports. If antitrust violations are found, it might trigger changes in how broadcasting rights are negotiated and distributed. This could mean more accessible games across more platforms, fewer blackout restrictions, and greater opportunities for sponsorship and advertising revenue. Advocates for women's sports say the stakes are high. Expanded coverage doesn't just mean more eyes on the games. It can influence everything from ticket sales and player salaries to the league's ability to attract future talent. Accessibility is everything, said a sports marketing analyst familiar with the situation. When games are easy to find and easy to watch, you bring in casual viewers who can become loyal fans. When they're hard to access, you lose that growth potential. A pivotal season for the WNBA. The 2025 WNBA season was already shaping up to be a turning point. With rising attendance, bigger TV ratings, and a surge in merchandise sales, the league has momentum. Stars like Caitlin Clark have become marketable faces, not just for basketball, but for sports culture as a whole. Yet the DOJ probe serves as a reminder that visibility can be fragile. All it takes is a few restrictive contracts to limit exposure and slow the sport's expansion. Fans and players alike will be watching closely, not just the games, but the legal proceedings that could determine how many people get to see them in the first place. The road ahead. Legal experts caution that antitrust cases can take months, if not years, to resolve. In the meantime, the WNBA will continue its season, with players like Clark determined to keep giving fans something worth tuning in for, however they're able to watch. For Clark, every game is an opportunity to prove that the buzz around her isn't just hype. Whether she's draining shots from beyond the arc or threading impossible passes through defenders, she's making it clear that her rookie season is just the beginning of what could be a legendary career. And while the DOJ's investigation might feel far removed from the hardwood, the outcome could define how many people see her next big moment and how many young athletes she inspires along the way. As the season unfolds, one thing is certain: Caitlin Clark is more than just the face of a franchise. She's becoming a central figure in a much larger conversation about the future of women's sports. And that conversation is happening in arenas, in households, and now in the halls of the Justice Department.